Hello everyone, and welcome to the Bobsled and Skeleton Federation of Nigeria Virtual Combine. This video will show you the 3 tests that will be submitted for each virtual combine. Those events that will be tested include the 45-meter sprint with a 15-meter split, shot throw, and standing broad jump. The 45-meter sprint will actually include 3 different marks. That would be the 15-meter split, the 45-meter split, and then there will be a 30-meter fly, which is calculated by subtracting the time from the 15-meter split from the 45-meter split. Only 1 sprint should be uploaded and recorded for the scorecard and the submission portal per athlete. The number of people needed to administer this test will be 4. You will need to have 2 people timing, 1 athlete, and 1 person who will be doing the video recording. The items needed will be a tape measure that reads from 0 to 50 meters, 2 stopwatches, camera phone, cones, and a tape. The tape measure should be taped on the ground with the 0 on the starting line. The tape measure should be rolled out completely to show the 15-meter mark and the 45-meter mark. Athletes should complete a full warm-up, and once they are prepared to test, they will go to the line. At the start of the test, the 2 timers should position themselves at the 15-meter mark and the 45-meter mark. The person doing video should be standing midway between the athlete and the finish line to ensure that they can see the whole run. The video should include the athlete in the right 1/3 of the video field at the start of the timer's position in the middle. Once the athlete is ready, the video person will start recording. The timers should both start their watch the moment the athlete moves from the start position. As the athlete passes the 15 meters, that timer will take the split. And as the athlete passes the 45 meters, the timer there will also take the split. Without stopping the recording, the video person will walk up to the timer at the 15-meter mark and record the value on the stopwatch while showing the timer standing directly at the 15-meter mark. Then, without stopping the recording again, the videographer will walk up to the timer who is still standing at the 45-meter mark. The videographer will record the time on the stopwatch and then show that the timer is standing directly at the 45-meter mark. Once this is complete, the athletes should take their scorecard, write down their 15-meter time and their 45-meter time. On the scorecard, there will be a section for the 30-meter fly, where the athlete will subtract the difference between the 15 meters and 45 meters to get the calculated 30-meter fly. Record all final values on the scorecard. All splits must come from the same run attempt. The next test is the shot throw or medicine ball throw. The number of people needed to administer this test is 3: the athlete, a timer, and the videographer. The items that will be needed for this test are a tape measure, camera phone, shot put or a small weighted medicine ball. For women, you will need a 4 kg shot put. For men, you will need an 8 kg shot put. You also will need some tape. To start this test, determine a start line. If there is not a clear line on the ground, please make sure to mark it with tape. This test should be done on grass or on a dirt field. The tape measure should be open to about 20 meters. Athletes should stand with toes behind the start line. The person taking the mark should be standing around 8 meters with their eyes on the athlete to ensure that they can see the release of the ball and follow it once it lands. The person taking the mark should use all necessary precautions to make sure that they are not distracted for safety reasons. The videographer should be standing across from the person taking the mark, but far enough to see the athlete in the right 1/3 of the camera field. The athlete will then throw the shot put or medicine ball as far as they can. The athlete is allowed to fall forward once the ball is released from their hands. The person taking the mark should run directly to the point where the ball initially landed and mark the spot with a piece of tape. With the tape measure, the person taking the mark should place the tape measure directly on top of the initial landing spot, while the athlete places the 0 of the tape measure at the spot where the throw was released. Once the mark is determined, the videographer will walk up to the mark and the person taking the mark will say the distance out loud. Make sure to record the measuring tape for clear results. These marks should be placed on the athlete's scorecard. Only one throw should be uploaded and recorded for the scorecard and submission portal per athlete. The standing broad jump should be done on a flat surface, which can include a track surface or a grass surface. With toes on the line for the start, the athlete will jump forward and must land flat on their feet to count the jump. The leap will be measured from the start line to the heel of the athlete. If the athlete does not land with their feet in the same line, the person doing the measurement should choose the mark that is closest to 0. If the athlete falls forward or backwards, the jump does not count and should be redone. To start, determine the start line. The person taking the mark should be standing at around 2 meters away from the athlete, with their eyes on the athlete to ensure that they are in a position to see the heels of the foot once they stick the landing. The videographer should be standing across from the person taking the mark, but far enough to see the athlete in the right 1/3 of the camera video field. When the athlete is ready, the videographer should start recording. The athlete will then jump as far as they can. The athlete is not allowed to fall backwards, nor are they allowed to fall forward once they land flat on both feet. The person taking the mark should run directly to the point where the athlete landed and mark the spot of the heel closest to 0 with a piece of tape. Using the tape measure, the person taking the mark should place the tape measure directly on top of the landing spot, while the athlete places the 0 at the start line. Once the mark is determined, the videographer will walk up to the mark and the person taking the mark will say the distance out loud. The videographer should make sure to record the measuring tape for clear results. Please note the following combine test rules. All test repetitions for each exercise must be video recorded via camera or cell phone and submitted along with the official scorecard for the combine test to be accepted. The submission process should be completed using the same phone in which the testing videos and pictures were shot for a direct upload. The submission process must be completed all at one time, so be sure to have everything you need. There will only be one submission entry accepted per athlete. Video recording must be clear and free from any obstructions in the video field. All sprint times must be taken using a handheld stopwatch. The athlete must wear the same clothing throughout the entire testing process, or their test results will not be accepted. Please follow all federal, state, and local COVID-19 guidelines. Please be sure to take all necessary health and safety precautions. Be sure to properly warm up and hydrate. All testing videos and pictures should be submitted in their raw form. Do not edit or combine these photos or videos. Please visit www.bsfnigeria.com/virtual-combine to complete your submission.